How are you this morning? Let me clear one thing before I begin this session. I don't know anything. Do not expect much from me. I'm just a learner. I don't claim to be an expert on anything. I love two things in my life. First, I love reading books. And the second, I love children like you. I've been a teacher for a long time. I have worked in various schools and colleges in various capacities, like principal, vice principal, academic director, academic head. And recently, I was working at Fictional Academy, which is situated in Pokhara, in the capacity of principal. Now I've come back to Kathmandu. I'm very happy that you are sitting with a paper in your hand, as if I'm going to tell you very important things and you are going to put it down. Do you find it interesting? Today, I will have more questions to you. So I'll be expecting any sort of answers that come to your mind. I know how your mind works because I'm a student of education psychology and I'm a big fan of neuroscience. Okay? The first question is, I think you are grade 6 and 7 students, right? Okay. And the best answer will be get very good prize, and it's going to be invisible prize, okay? I'll reveal it at the end of the session. Who of you wants to score A grades or GPA 4? A plus, A plus. Okay, very good. Who wants to score GPA 4 in examination, SEC or BLE, whatever? Okay. Next question. Babu, you have to listen to the people who are talking. Eh? I'll be telling a very good story. Why should listen to the people who are talking after this? Okay, next question is, who of you wants to score A plus in life? Everybody wants to score A plus in life. You? What about you? Okay. Another question. What do you have to do, or what are you supposed to do to score A plus in examinations? Study, okay. Do you find it interesting? To study textbooks and to homework every day, do you find it interesting? No? I can understand how you feel when it comes to completing homework or reading textbooks or listening to teachers, I know. I'll come to that later on. What do you have to do if you want to score A plus in life? I don't mind any of your answers, but you have to try to answer. I can't hear any words from this side. What do you have to do to score A plus in life? Very good. Smart. What do you have to do to score A plus in life? Very good. Please put your hands together for him. The smartest student. Okay, this side. What do you have to do to score A plus in life? To study? To? To do what you love. Very good. Okay. I don't have any panacea or any exact answers. What do you have to do to succeed in life or to score A plus in life? What I believe is, if you want to score A plus in examinations, you have to work hard. Do you want to study smartly or do you want to study hard? Anybody who wants to study hardly? We have to study smartly. To succeed in life or to score A plus in life, we have to study fiction. We'll come to that later on. You must be wondering, how can we succeed if we read fiction? Yes? Okay. Another question. First, let me read one small statement. If you don't understand, I'll explain to you. Please listen to me carefully. I wish I would have some chocolates in my pocket so that the one who comes up with a correct answer would get that chocolate. But I'll give it to you a chocolates later on. Listen to me carefully. Actually, I'm very sorry I couldn't exhibit the screen to you, but it's okay. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. Are you getting it? A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only one. Man includes women as well. Okay? Once again, then I will coming to you with a question. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he or she dies. So who can answer this question? What does this quote want to say? Yes, you're looking at me. Babu, can you answer? A reader lives 1,000 lives before he or she dies. Yes. Can we give her a mic? Please, listen to her carefully. You can use this mic. Nanu. Nanu.
So when a reader reads something, they dissolve themselves into the world of the book and they live different lives.
Very good. So you forgot? So instead of clapping, can we do like this? It's less noisy, okay? I expect answers from this side also. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he or she dies. Yes, Babu?
He learned a lot of things by reading. Like if he don't read, then he doesn't know in his 1,000 lives. But he read, then he know in his 1 year short life.
He deserves this. Students' answers could never be wrong. But those who don't attempt to answer, there is a saying, beautiful saying in English. If you commit a mistake now, you'll be fool for a while. If you don't answer any questions, if you don't try to answer any questions, you will remain a fool forever. तपाईले कुनै प्रश्नको उत्तर अहिले लाजले दिन चाहनु भएन भने तपाईलाई सधैँ मूर्ख हुन्छ भनिन्छ. If you try to answer right now, no matter it's wrong or right, you'll never remain a fool. Yes, Nana? Ajay, I'm not getting the answer that I have been expecting, eh?
Basically, I'm going to elaborate what Archie said. Basically meaning that a reader lives 1,000 years, meaning that when the reader reads a certain book, they dissolve themselves into that same character or the character that they really adore, the character's problems, solutions, their storyline. That's basically what it means. But a man who doesn't read, they won't get to experience that same experience, the same feelings as those characters.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Wonderful answer. What's your name, Nanu? Zola. Okay. So I think I don't need to elaborate more on it. A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. Okay, let me connect this with the books that you have been reading or that you have read recently or that you are reading right now. Okay, any of you could tell me the book that you are recently reading? Yes, no, I want to listen to him.
I am currently reading the second series of Percy Jackson called
Characters?
Percy Jackson, Poseidon, of the Greek gods.
Babu, could you come? Can I call him over here? Please. आज हामी एकदम रमाइलो गर्छौँ है. I'm not giving you a lecture. Could you tell us about the characters that you have read in that book?
So basically, in this book, Percy Jackson was a normal boy until he found out that he's the son of Poseidon, and he has to fulfill many duties as the son of Poseidon.
He also finds out that there is a camp called Camp Half-Blood. In this camp, there are many other children who are the son of other Greek gods or Roman gods, and they stay there and they fulfill missions. They try to protect the camp, and there is a tree in the camp. The tree is a magical tree, and to the human eye, the camp looks like a normal forest, but no one can enter because I don't know why nobody has
Okay,
enters.
I have a question for you. While reading the book, what's your name?
Ayan.
Ayan. While reading the book, were you Ayan or were you the characters?
I was the character.
Yes, that's why it says a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The more books we read, the more characters we can lead. It means that. Are you clear? Thank you, thank you. Put your hands together for him. Next question. मसँग त उत्तर कहिले पनि हुँदैन हौ. Question चाहिँ मात्रै हुन्छ. Because I always expect answers from the students and I know how your brain works. You have an answer to any question. Fiction. I've been given a very interesting topic. Importance of fiction on reading. Fiction. Can anybody tell me what fiction means? Yes.
Something that
Come.
something that is not real.
Wow. Do you agree? Something that is not real? Yes?
Made with your imagination.
Very good. Something that's not real. Please remember those words. Something that's not real, or he added one more word that is imaginative, imaginary. Yes? Would you like to add anything? Fiction. नेपालीमा के भन्छ? Kathmandu. Okay? I never say your answer is wrong. म गुरुहरूलाई पनि एक्सपेक्ट गर्न चाहन्छु, भन्न चाहन्छु, यदि विद्यार्थीले कुनै आन्सर दिन्छ भने रङ भन्नु पाइँदैन है. ओके? Fiction means?
Fiction means the story written through creativity and passion.
Very good. It deserves your snaps. What do you call it? Okay. Okay. Now, please, I want your eyes on the screen. I have two texts. You can find out which one is a fiction and which one is factual or non-fiction. Are you ready? Please read the text on the screen. Let's read it together. Readers have been central to human civilization, providing drinking water, irrigation for agriculture, and pathways for transport and trade. Ancient settlements grew along riverbanks because fresh water enabled farming, commerce, and daily life. Today, rivers continue to support ecosystems and economic activity, reminding us how setting and environment shape human stories. I think it takes time. You can see an old man pondering. First look at the picture. The old man insisted the river remember every whispered name. Each evening he sat on broken steps and spoke his regrets to the moving water. The river never answered, yet when he rose to leave, his heart felt lighter, as if the current had carried his sorrow downstream. You have read two texts, right? Two passages. Can you say which one is a fact and which one is fiction? You can do it very easily. I want some noise. Second? Second one is fiction. First one is non-fiction. अब चाहिँ जसले बोल्दैन क्वेसन म उहाँलाई सोध्छु है त. So I have been very seriously watching you. माइक आउँछ है त अब तपाईहरुको. You have to answer. No matter it would be wrong or it would be right. Okay? Okay. You, Nanu? The one who is wearing a gray jacket. She's so smart, clever. She's pointing towards the friend sitting next to her. Nanu, why is it fiction?
Repeat it again.
Everybody said that the first one is fact and this one is fiction. Why is it fiction and why the first one is fact? I want to use your brain. I don't want to use my brain. An old person, I cannot use my brain. Give it a try now. Second one is fiction. The first one is fact. Is it what you said? Okay. Okay, later think. Anybody? Anybody? Second one is fiction. Yes, Paul.
The second one is fiction because the old man thinks that the river remembers every whisper name, but science says that water is non-living thing. And in the first slide, we saw that rivers are a part that help ancient civilizations. Yes, because we have heard, because Hindu civilization and Egyptian civilization relied on Nile River and the Indus River.
This is what I was expecting. Thank you, bhai. Iron. I think today I'll go home with your name in my mind. I'll never forget you. See, fact and fiction. Facts are based on experiments, resources, investigations, which are always true. Fiction is an imaginary invention of a writer. Yes? Have you ever seen or ever experienced or felt that rivers can solve your problems? But it happens in fiction. Okay? So you are 6 and 7 students. We don't need to delve deeper into this subject. So I want to move ahead. Fiction. Okay, again I have questions. I'm a very bad teacher. I always ask questions. I have very less to share with the students. I always have questions. Please, there are 2 questions. How many of you have read a story, please? How many of you have read a story that stayed with you longer than a textbook lesson? I'm coming to textbooks as well. I can take one question, answer from here, one from here, and one from here. And I want boys and girls equally to answer my questions, okay? First question. This side. You have to tell me the name of the book only. That stayed with you longer than a textbook that you have read in class. Who of you? Please.
The Days at the Morisaki Bookshop.
Pardon?
The Days at the Morisaki Bookshop.
Did it stay with you longer than the textbook that you have read?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Could you tell us something about the book?
It's a book about a girl who stays in a bookshop that was owned by her uncle, and she also faces some challenges in between, like losing her job. But at the end, she found her love in books, and later on, she got an apartment and still visited that bookshop later on.
Which class do you study in?
Grade 4?
4. 4. Which grade do you study in?
Right now, 6.
6. What is an ecosystem?
An ecosystem? An ecosystem is a place where living and non-living beings stay together.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay. This site. How many of you have read a story that stayed with you longer than a textbook? You have to tell us The story in brief. Ma'am, please, sir, please you select because I cannot be biased against anybody. Because I love children, all the children. Yes.
I read the book called Hide This Book.
Pardon?
Hide This Book.
Hide. H-I-D-E, hide. Hide this book. What happens in this story?
So it's a book of collection of stories,
Stories.
small stories, which explains about life and systems, sarcasm,
Sarcasm.
yeah.
Beautiful word. This side? Same question. The story that you have read and that is still staying with you longer than a text. Longer than a text that you read in class. Name of the story or novel, anything. This section. No. No. I think you seem to have read lots of books. Please, don't have to stand up.
A book I read, it was about a girl, and she went out to the jungle to explore. But then she met a creature, and with the creature she unleashed her power.
Wow. Beautiful. Appreciation. Please clap or snap like this. Thank you for your answers. Would you like to answer? Okay, then why don't you answer the second one? And I will be sharing my own experience related to the second question as well. Can a fictional character change how you see the world? Yes? Okay. Mike? Did you understand the question?
How a fictional character can change how you see the world.
Give an example.
An example?
Yeah. That has changed your viewpoints about the world, about yourself, about teachers, about the school, about the world.
Can it be a character I myself made up?
Okay?
Basically, I have this one story, and I have this one character. She is sort of a moody-ish character where she instead sees basically the negative changes, but around the end of the story, she learns that maybe don't see all the negative changes. That can maybe relate to our own experience where we shouldn't see negative sides and possibly also see the light, the positive side as well.
She has half done my work. I'm here supposed to tell you why we should read fiction. And she has almost answered that question. Why we should read fiction. Thank you, Nanu. Thank you very much. We're very proud of you. I think you are the smartest students I've ever made during my teaching career. I have taught and helped lots of students. I've been into this profession for the last 30 years, but I'm 25 years old. I've been into this profession for the last 30 years, but I'm 25 years old. Huh? Okay. Thank you, Nano. Can you move out? Because we have time constraints as well. Okay, before we move on with this slide, let me share a short story why we should listen to people when they are talking. Listen to me carefully. I think you might have read the story because these days students are smarter than we teachers. सरहरू अग्री गर्नुहुन्छ अहिले चाहिँ हामी भन्दा स्मार्टर चाहिँ विद्यार्थीहरू छन् है I strongly believe this. Once upon a time, but the story doesn't begin with once upon a time. It's a very an old method, eh? When I was at a school, when I was asked to write a story by my teachers, English teachers, Nepali teachers, I always would start once upon a time. Once upon a time, a huge seed was on its voyage. You know voyage? V-O-A-G-E, journey. It's not Titanic, eh? But you can imagine. Inside the seed, everybody was enjoying. Some people were dancing, some were singing, some were drinking, some were having conversations, some were reading. Everybody was enjoying. It was a huge scene. And you know what happened? It's not Titanic, but it's somehow like Titanic. It's a fictional story, but it gives a good lesson. When the ship was moving forward, the captain, you know the captain? The captain happened to see a huge iceberg in front of the ship, and the ship was going to stumble against, or the ship was going to hit into the iceberg, the huge iceberg. Titanic? Okay, you can think it's a story of Titanic. And the captain made an announcement on a mic. Please, everybody, the ship is going to wreck, or the ship is going to hit against the iceberg. If you want to save your lives, please, everybody use what? Life jacket. Very good. Who said it? Clap for him. Life jacket. The captain made this announcement multiple times, but everybody was enjoying. Everybody was dancing, singing, drinking, playing cards. Nobody listened to the captain. Only one small boy and one small girl happened to listen to the captain. And you know what happened? Everybody was dead except those two children. So we have to listen to the people who are talking. Clear? Okay, once again, you are the smartest students I have ever met in my life. Clap for yourself. And I mean it. Okay. Before that, I would like to ask you a question. You have taken lots of examinations, right? Yes? So have you ever experienced or felt that inside an examination hall, you try to remember an answer, but it doesn't strike your mind at the right time? Yes? And when you come out of your examination hall, sometimes right answers click your mind. Oh my God, this is the answer and I wrote a wrong answer, right? Yस्तो भएको छ? Yes. It has happened to me many times. म त संसारको मूर्ख विद्यार्थी हो. I'm a very poor student. Right? It has happened to many times. And it has a reason. We have to understand how our working memory works and how our long-term memory works. This is not a session on, but reading fiction, if you read fiction, okay, who of you finds mathematics difficult? Including me. I am the worst student in mathematics in the world. Is there any math teacher, sir? Oh. 2 math teachers. And sir, I am the worst, the weakest student in mathematics all over the world. Nobody can teach me mathematics. Okay, once again, I will raise your hands up. The one who finds maths difficult? 1 plus 1 is 2. For me, it's 3. Town. Okay, Babu, thank you. Now let's come to fiction. If you read fictional books, you start finding maths easier. And try it. Today you go home and ask AI. Do you use AI? No. Oh yes? Okay. If you read fictional books, means stories, novels, fictional books, you'll slowly develop interest in mathematics because your logical reasoning develops once you start reading fictional books. Likh ke le lo. Write it down. I'm not telling you a lie. One benefit of reading fiction. If you read stories and novels, your logical reasoning gets sharpened and you find maths easier. भन्ने होला तपाईँ चाहिँ किन नपढ्नु भयो म्याथ राम्रो भएको भनेर हैन किनकि मैले पढ्दा तपाईको चाहिँ यति राम्रो स्कुलमा पढ्न पाइन नि त. You are the luckiest children in the world. When I was a student, I started in Sikkim. I passed my 10 from CBSE board. I had no library, and teachers never took me into a library, and I was not exposed to any books. Textbooks किन्नलाई पनि I had to request my father. चोरी चोरी किताबहरू कमिक्सहरू पढ्ने गर्थेँ है. So slowly I developed. I lost my interest in mathematics. There is a story behind it. Because of my teacher, I lost my interest in mathematics. But I respect him a lot, though he has already passed away. सानो भनौँ म किन म्याथमा कमजोर भएँ? Do you want to hear it? I got admitted in grade 3 in a primary school. It would run up to grade 5. And my math teacher was the school's principal, headmaster himself. म पनि 15 वर्ष भयो प्रिन्सिपल गरेको अनि I had a good lesson from him. He would always walk around with a stick in his hand. And he would never smile. And when he would enter the class, I would start trembling. Oh my God, अब कला पिट्ने हो. And how can I learn maths from him? So I developed. Pardon? I developed hatred towards mathematics because of the person himself who taught me mathematics. You have best teachers for you. Please put your hands together for them. Okay, this is done. Read it. How does reading fiction help? Reading fiction books help you. Read it. Develops imagination. Have you heard of Albert Einstein? Albert Einstein, the greatest scientist ever produced by the world. And you know what he is famous about? Theory of relativity. And he said he developed theory of relativity using his imagination. You can use AI. You can check using AI. Okay? So reading fiction helps imagination. And when people have nothing in the world, they had imagination. Yes? I would like to imagine you something at the end of the session, if time permits. I want to move a bit faster. Improves language and thinking. I think I can tell you that the students who came up with good answers and who answered very confidently using very good English must be good readers. Am I right or am I right? Yes? उहाँहरू सोध्न चाहन्छु हो म्याम उहाँहरू धेरै पढ्नुहुन्छ यस पढेगा तब त पढेगा अनि मैले भनिसकेँ the ones who read fiction books will be better at mathematics as well. I can prove it. But you go home and check AI, okay? And मैले भनिसकेँ why I was poor in mathematics because I didn't have access to books when I was a student. म त धेरै पछि when I was a mature person, I started reading. I started getting access to books. You're so lucky you have an English teacher like Asmita ma'am. She's one of the best English teachers in Nepal. Please put your hands together for her. I know her. We work together in a school. You know, fiction. Have you heard of Shakespeare? Yeah. What's his full name? William Shakespeare. Okay. Can you tell me the dramas or plays written by him? Oh my God, Romeo and Juliet, Hamlet, and? Okay. Now, I'm gonna tell you the power of fiction. People having read Romeo and Juliet, yes, and there is an incident. At the second meeting, Romeo came to meet who? Whom? Juliet. And there was a huge mansion. It was created, imagined by Shakespeare himself. And the Juliet stays at the top, and Julio stays at the top and Romeo on the ground. It was second meeting because Romeo happened to see Juliet in a party, I think, right? And Romeo tells Juliet, Juliet tells Romeo, hey, we have 20 guards all around you. They might kill you anytime, so please run away, go from here. And Romeo says, there is more danger in your eyes, not in the swords. He says, you are in danger. There are 20 guards and they have swords. They might kill you anytime. But his answer is, there is no danger in the sword. There is danger in your eyes. So what I'm trying to tell you is, it's the power of fiction. And once people read Romeo and Juliet, went to Rome to see the palace. But the palace didn't exist at all because it's imaginary. It was a fiction, imaginary event created by William Shakespeare. So that's the power of fiction. बुझ्नुभयो? त्यो म्यान्सन हेर्न चाहिँ नि मानिसहरू त्यो रोमियो जुलियट पढेपछि चाहिँ इटली रोम गएको अरे क्या, त्यो कहाँ हेर्ने भनेर. But it doesn't exist at all. That's the power of fiction. Okay? थाहा छ अहिलेको the biggest problem in the world? Biggest problem in the world. What's that? And this problem exists in our education system as well. Gradually, as time passes on, we are losing humanity. Humanity is on the decline these days. People have less empathy and sympathy towards each other. Because we are more into computer learning, AI learning, digital learning. Liberal education, liberal education is in the decline these days. But European countries and America are working on it. Our liberal education should be revived. Yes? So, lack of empathy and sympathy. If you read fiction, I'm a good singer as well. I can sing for you. Yes, I'll be singing at the end of the session. Yes. Okay. So develops imagination, and I give an example, Albert Einstein. Oh? Can you hear a story about Albert Einstein? Huh? Once Albert Einstein was going to take part in a conference, and that day he happened to feel so bored. Today I don't want to give you a sermon, I don't want to speak. And he asked the driver, okay, today they don't know that I am Albert Einstein, so today you go to the stage and give a speech or give attend a conference on behalf of me. And the driver went to the stage and he started speaking. And he was speaking like Albert Einstein because he had been working with Albert Einstein for a long time, and he knew what Albert Einstein spoke and the way he spoke. But you know, the problem is he was asked a question which he didn't know. After the conference, the driver who was giving a speech on behalf of Albert Einstein, and the people thought that he was Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein was sitting in a corner. And he was asked a question by the audience. An answer of which he didn't know. I think Nanoli, she will say what happens next. She knows the answer. Okay.
So basically, the driver doesn't know the question and he asks the audience to answer. And the real Albert Einstein answers. But I'm pretty sure everyone laughs at him and says it's wrong. And then they reveal that they had switched places. It's a fuck-up? It's a made-up answer? You made it up, or it's a real answer? I think it's real. I saw the story on YouTube like a few years ago.
Very good, very good. I will add to one more. Okay, please.
And everyone thought it was wrong, but 30 years or 40 years later, it was right.
Okay, let's conclude this now. Please, one more time.
Like maybe Albert Einstein maybe did the last question wrong on purpose to show how society doesn't see the true goods that people have done. But if they just make one mistake, they start to target the person to bring him down.
Thank you, everybody, for your answers, like you, because he knew that the people there didn't know about Albert Einstein. Okay? And the driver went to the stage and he started giving a speech, and he spoke exactly like Albert Einstein. Nobody could figure out that he was not Albert Einstein. But the problem appeared when he was asked a question which he didn't know. He said, he was very clever. Isko lesson cha antima hai. I'll tell you a moral lesson of this. He said, oh, what an easy question. I don't want to tell you this answer. My driver could say. And his driver was Albert Einstein sitting in a corner. My driver could answer this question. I don't like to answer this question. And he asked the driver, who was Albert Einstein. So, हामीले सङ्गत गर्दा चाहिँ राम्रो मान्छेसँग सङ्गत गर्नुपर्छ कि the driver was in close association with Albert Einstein and he was as smart and clever as Albert Einstein himself. That's the lesson. Okay? Love. Fair. Now once again, I want you to use your brain once again. The question is, name one fictional character you admire. You remember any stories or novel that you have read? Because I know when I entered the school, I happened to see lots of books displayed on the table written by the students, and I think this is one of the best schools which focuses on literature. I think some of the founders or principals or teachers must be fan of or fond of literature. I'll give you 30 seconds time. Remember a character that you have read and you admire, and then why? Ready? 2. Hey? I can't see hands raised up in this side. Okay, Nano, Mike. What happens if you don't listen to the people?
I admire a character from A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. She's the main character, Pip, because she worked really hard to solve a murder case. And I'm still in the first book, but I can already see that she works really hard to solve a case because she admired the person who was blamed for the murder and wants to solve it and prove that he was innocent.
Very good. Put your hands together for her. Okay, one more question, Nanu. Did you learn any skills from that character?
A few skills of Pip is that she never gives up. Like, no matter how hard it was, she always talked to other people and figured out creative solutions to get the answers she needed.
Yes. I've been into this profession for a long time. Let me tell you, my dear students, our education utterly misses problem-solving skills because we are more focused on passing examination and securing A+ and GPA. So we can learn problem-solving skills through fiction, right? Through stories, through novels. That textbooks, I'm very sorry to all the teachers, textbooks can hardly teach us. Very good. What's your name, Nanu?
Arshi.
RC. R&C or A-A-R-S-H-I?
A-R-S-H-I.
A-R-S-H-I. What does it mean?
No idea.
No idea. Okay, my name is Sampurna. And my name is just opposite. Who I am and what I am and how I am. Okay, jokes apart. Oh, now I can see lots of hands being raised up. That's pretty good. I think you're slowly getting close. We're getting close to each other, right? I'm gonna read a few paragraphs from my own book. Then I'll have some questions to you, okay? And the passage will be displayed on the screen as well. It's a short reading session. Hunja? बोर लागिसक्यो है, भोक पनि लाग्यो होला, यस्तो बुढो मान्छे, कालो न कालो मान्छे, बोलेकै गर्छ, इज नट अ गुड लुकिङ पर्सन, होइन? He sometimes speaks very good English, sometimes speaks Nepali. हो?
Say about your book. You can share about your book.
Oh yeah, speaking like my friend. So basically, last time, about 2 years ago, I started writing a book about like life, how life started from billions of years ago and stuff. It took me 2 years.
How life started billions of years ago?
Yeah, around like 4.5 billion years ago, with like.
Inspired by sapiens?
It started like from bacteria and viruses with
Okay.
the help of water origin. And then later, different complex life forms started to form. Dinosaurs came, they went, and then humans came like that.
But there are various arguments about origin of the world, universe.
I just decided to use the idea that I know.
Sapiens, you all know about it? Have you read that book?
Sapiens, I've heard of that book, but I've not read it.
But that is regarded one of the most authentic books on the origin of the world so far.
And then
Very
like
good.
it took me a few months to like modify it with a few like workers, and then after that it got published on Amazon, and it's not in Nepal but it's in 12 other countries, but we are working to like publish it in Nepal as well.
नेक्स्ट टाइम चाहिँ म आउँदिनँ है सर म्यामहरू, मभन्दा विद्यार्थी बढी जान्दछ. And that's quite real. Students are smarter than the teachers these days. Until and unless we update ourselves, students one day will outsmart us. Okay. Read it. It was a gloomy day. Black clouds were trying to excel each other in the sky. The sun hiding amidst the black clouds was peeping down as if playing hide and seek. Rain seemed to be poised to fall down upon the earth any time. Can you figure it out? Rain seemed to be poised to fall down. What does it mean? About to? Rain seemed to be poised to fall down upon the earth any time. Okay. Ma'am, next one. Continue. No. Look at the screen. Only 2 students survived, only 2 children, because they listened to the captain. The Thapatali breeze on the Kathmandu River was flooded with vehicles blowing the horns impatiently, queuing up in lines waiting for the green signal. Passers-by, seemingly in a hurry, were walking on the pavements as if they had to catch the last flight to reach their destinations. I'm very sorry the language doesn't suit your ability.
So are there like the red light, green light in bridge?
Waiting for the green signal.
Yes. No, but how is there that thing in the bridge?
AI, ask AI. AI did it. It's not me. AI did it. Very good question. That is called critical thinking. Very good. Do you ever question your teachers? Or you listen to the teachers with their hands folded? Yes. Ma'am, let's go on. The last one. I'll have questions for you after you have read this. As my curiosity grew, I descended from the breeze and walked towards the gathering. The character is introduced here. I, first person. The scene I saw by the side of the river almost sent down chill to my bones. A girl. Next character is introduced here. A girl. And her name is revealed later on. A girl, I guessed, as I could figure out the gender by her hairstyle and the clothes she wore was sleeping facing down. Now let me ask you, ma'am, questions? Oh, yes. We have 3 questions. Next time when I don't know, next time I'll be asked to visit your school because students are smarter than me. But if fortunately if I am asked next time, my pockets will be full of chocolates or books, so that that the students who come up with good answers would get the books. Okay, what emotion did come to your mind? Random ideas. Or if you want to read the text again, please you can request Asmita ma'am. What emotion did come to your mind? Yes.
The, the emotion that came to my mind after reading that paragraph was a deep sorrow.
Fantastic. It deserves your clapping. Admiration and appreciation. थाहा छ मान्छे केले लामो बाँच्छ एकछिन ल म साइकोलोजीको विद्यार्थी पनि हो क्या के कुराले मान्छे लामो बाँच्छ व्हाट prolongs life you know very good म कहिले पनि रङ भन्दिनँ है स्टुडेन्ट्सहरूलाई what prolongs your life खाना money it's appreciation Guru, if you don't appreciate, you stop coming to school from tomorrow. They demand respects. Appreciation is very important. Anybody, what emotion did come to your mind having read that text or passage? Yes, Nanu? I think Asmita may be very tired today. She's been walking all around, hanging, carrying the mic.
Emotion that came to my mind while reading all the passages was a feeling of helplessness because no one really likes bustling streets, no one likes being hurried, no one likes seeing a girl face down in the water, but it's not like one person themselves, the first person, can do anything about it alone.
Very good, very good. Very critical assessment. Yes? There are some students who have not tried any questions yet. Okay.
The emotion that came to my mind was a deep sense of mourning, plus
Deep sense of mourning, okay.
and also some annoyment because of because of the environment, because everything was rushing, bustling, not good weather or anything, so people were probably annoyed. Plus mourning because a girl was laying face down on the sea, so yeah.
I think now let's go to the next question. Very good answer, please. Let's hear it for her. What's your name now? Shana. Oh, I had a student at Physical Academy who started in grade 11. Her name was Shana. She's a fantastic basketball player. Shana. Okay. Now you have to rack your brains, right? Rack. Can you guess how the story might unfold? Your own ideas. No, how the story might unfold. Because the paragraphs of the text you read were just the climax atmosphere of the story. Yes, Paul. के हुन्छ रे सुनिएन भने?
To make the story interesting, I think that he would go down after he saw the girl. He would ask other people for help because he was a little boy and he didn't know what to do. But nobody would take it seriously. They would think that the boy is lying, because it would sound unrealistic that a girl is lying face down in the mud. He tried to help the girl himself. He flipped her, and then he looked at her. The girl looked alive, but she wasn't breathing. He tried to save her by doing CPR and
CPI.
CPR.
CPI. Okay, very good.
He tried
He almost nearing the story, real story.
He tried to save her by doing that, but then, of course, he was inexperienced. So he started screaming. He started causing even a bigger form of traffic jam. And then finally, someone listened to him, and then together they tried to help the girl.
Very good. Let's hear it for him. You know why we should keep clapping? For two reasons. One for appreciation, one for sometimes the friends next to you might be sleeping and clappings might help him wake up. Okay. Last.
My depiction might be miles away from being right, but I guess I'll take my pick on it. After he sees the girl facing down, he slowly walks up to her and flips her around. And this might be a little bit more traumatic, but he sees the reason that her face is down is because her face is sliced off. That might be a reason. And everyone is screaming, everyone's running away, everyone doesn't know what's happening. But then he slowly looks at her clothing on her wrist, and then he thinks, oh, she's wearing a bracelet. And that bracelet seems to be very, very familiar to him.
So imaginative. Bracelet. Okay.
The reason is, a few years back, there was a teacher in a school, and him and his teacher, they were friends. And one day, the teacher, they were friends, right? He gave him friendship bracelets, and that same bracelet seems to be on that girl. So his mind really clicks, and he thinks, and it's the truth. The teacher, that the girl that's lying face down is his teacher. He becomes horrified, and he drops down crying while cradling her in his arms.
Very imaginative. Wow. Let's hear it for her. Very good. I think you did better than the writer himself herself has started. Let me tell you, the girl facing down is dead or alive? Dead or alive? Alive, raise your hands up. Alive? Okay. Dead? The rest? Dead. Okay. The girl is dead and she is conceived. You know conceived? Go and ask AI. She is pregnant. And she has committed a suicide. Okay? That's it. Okay, last question. And this story tries to depict the situation that is prevailing in the Kathmandu Valley these days. Okay? And don't read this story at this age. When you reach 9 and 10, 11, 12, and you can read those stories. Ma'am, no. Okay, can you imagine? Can you imagine what kind of story it is going to be? No, okay, let me give you some ideas. Supernatural, romantic, horror, tragic. Okay, 4 words. Supernatural, tragic, horror, tragic, hands up. The story is going to be a tragic one. You hit the nails. You know, hit the nails? You hit the nails. It's going to be a tragic story. Do you love tragic stories? Who of you has written tragic stories? Very good. Who of you has written supernatural stories where ghosts are the characters? Ghosts are the characters. I have written once my story. A boy falls in love with a beautiful girl, but the girl turns out to be not a ghost. It's, what do you call in English or Nepali? Fairy or Kichkanya, something like that. And the topic is the same. She lives somewhere else. No churel. Churel, they only exist in your mind. Actually, they don't exist at all. Don't think, churel exists, bhoot exists. No, they exist in your mind only. Because human beings are the only creatures who are the most imaginative creatures. Everything has been imagined by our mind. Everything. When you grow up, you can read. Like Sophie's World also answers some of the questions, right? Everything is imaginary one. I think sometimes even we created gods in our own forms, imagined girls in our own forms. Yes? Do not try to score A+ on a sheet of paper only. Try to score A+ in your life. And if you want to score A+ in life, you have to study. You have to go beyond books. Because books, reading, textbooks reading is kind of force, but reading fiction for pleasure. So always study your books, textbooks, whatever for pleasure. Don't read any textbooks or any books forcibly. Thank you very much. And have a great day. Thank you. I'm very sorry I have brought only one book that's written by me, and the story that you are reading was from this textbook.
We'll keep it in live. library.
Yeah, but don't read it until you reach 9 and 10, okay? But she's reading Sophie's World, so it's easier than Sophie's World. You can read it. So I would like to hand over this book to our principal, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.